Shalom, this is GMS Holland Sit Downs coming back with the lesson. First off and foremost, I would like to give all praises, glory, and the highest honor to Yahweh Ba'asham Yahweh Shai, Ba'asham Rakah Kodash. Double honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone, GMS, for teaching us this truth and that rule well. Peace and salutations to the elect out there spreading this word in sincerity and in truth. Gone. I'm gonna name this video Demons of Torment. You know, you have different types of demons. You have different scenarios of demons, different effects of demons. You know, different ways demons can handle. You know, which is scriptural. And if you dig into it and if you look up things, you know, it actually lines up perfectly with the scriptures. You know, so someone sent me this video with a couple scenarios, you know, of strange things, you know, like it says in the title, videos that can't be explained. And in the second part of the video, you see this woman getting possessed, and what happens is basically the demon torments her. You know, some people might say like, yeah, that's not possible, because why would the demon hurt the vessel that he is possessing? But that's just something that they do. Why? I don't know, but that's just something that they do. You know, that's why when you see these people, they call themselves emos. You know, these people that cut themselves, they put tears on their face. Basically, they have these Baphomet chains, Baphomet t-shirts, whatever, black shirts and stuff like that. These people, they have a demon upon them, and the demon can be strong or can be you know, light, but they do have a demon on them. You know, because only a demon can persuade you to cut yourself. You know, so the scripture also speaks about that. But before I want to go into the scriptures, I'm going to show y'all this video footage.
This footage began surfacing around the middle of 2016. It shows a woman browsing items in a shopping mall. When an item mysteriously falls behind her, she turns and replaces it on the shelf. As soon as she replaces the item, she begins to act very strangely.
And now I see it from the beginning again. This item that fell, that's also scriptural, man. Let me see if I can find it real quick. Salakia. Bear with me for a moment. I got it. Going on with the video. So you see this woman grabs this object, and as soon as she grabs the object, she gets possessed.
Almost as though an unseen force takes.
Or, you know, she was, maybe she was already possessed, and it triggered the demon to start doing things.
This footage began surfacing around the middle of 2016. It shows a woman browsing items in a shopping mall. When an item mysteriously falls behind her, she turns and replaces it on the shelf. As soon as she replaces the item, she begins to act very strangely, almost as though an unseen force takes control of her body. She drops her shopping and begins to writhe uncontrollably. After falling to the floor, two other shoppers notice the woman. As one comes to her aid, the woman lets out a guttural scream. By this time, the commotion has attracted several other shoppers. She lets out yet another scream, this one more intense than the first. The screams seem to have the power to push the onlookers back. As the man in black attempts to restrain her, the other onlookers gather closer. The woman begins calming down, but then suddenly she lets out one final almighty yell. This time it has the force to move objects in the store as well as cause the security camera to flicker. The other customers then help the woman to her feet and escort her away.
Gone. So spiritual man. So here you see, woman got possessed. Basically she was screaming, and she got tormented. Basically she was in pain, she was in terror the time that this demon took hold of her body. You see, so jumping to the first point that I was gonna make about the object, you know, that fell. The demon dropped the object, the woman grabbed the object, and as soon as she grabbed it, she started acting strange, like the man in the video says. What I was looking for was this: Ezekiel chapter 13 verse 18, and say, thus said Yahweh the Most High, woe to the women that sew pillows to all armholes, and make kerchiefs upon the head of every stature to hunt souls. Will ye hunt the souls of my people? And will ye save the souls alive that come unto you? And will ye pollute me among my people for handfuls of barley and for pieces of bread, to slay the souls that should not die, and to save the souls alive that should not live, by your lying to my people that hear your lies? So basically going into verse 18, let me read it again. Ezekiel 13 and 18, and say, thus said Yahweh the Most High, woe to the women that sew pillows to all armholes. Now let's look up the word pillows. It says band, fillet, covered amulets, false phylacteries. So basically a bracelet of sewing material, you know. So they was making sorts of bracelets. Here you see the word kerchief, long veil. So it's from some kind of fabric. So it says and make kerchiefs upon every head of every stature to hunt souls. Will ye hunt the souls of my people, and will ye save the souls alive that come unto you? You see, so what these women was doing, they was putting spirits upon certain objects and certain materials. In this case, bracelets, armbands, and those spirits would hunt the soul of the person that wears it. Now within our nation, you have a lot of Haitians, you have a lot of Simeonites that still have this gift. They have the power to put certain spirits upon certain objects to basically torment the person that wears it. You know, you have a lot of demonic rituals, satanic rituals, which the Simeonites and the Levites, which are the Dominicans and the Haitians, do. Also in Suriname, you have a lot of these things. West Africa too, you know, because the Simeonites and Levites are spread. So what these people do is they put a certain spell upon a certain object that the person wears, and then they give the object back. For example, I knew this woman, and her ring was she got a ring from her boyfriend, and then the ring was broken or something. So the boyfriend said, yeah, I will let it be fixed. But instead of letting it bringing it to be fixed, he brought it to this woman, which put witchcraft on it, you know. And she told me that she wasn't able to leave this guy, and she thinks it was because of the ring, because she heard that this woman was keeping this ring constantly, you know. So she never got it back. So basically she gave something to a witch, which was her possession, and her spirit was all over that ornament, that jewelry, and the woman kept it. She didn't get it back, and she was not able to basically leave that guy. So normally this is being done backwards, you know. A woman puts a spell upon a man with a certain ornament of the man. She goes to this witch that puts this spell upon this ornament, so that this guy doesn't cheat, or that this guy is not able to get a hard on when he lays with the other woman. For example, I know other thing. This is what a lot of Simeonites do, Dominican women. Again, the other story that I heard is what they do is they put a spell upon a cucumber, you know, which is supposed to represent the penis. They put a spell on it, so when the man leaves, what they do is they put the cucumber in the fridge so that it gets frozen. And then because the man is gone, if he would go to another woman to lay with her, he wouldn't get a hard on, you know. And then if the man would come home, or he's on his way home, she would take the cucumber out of the fridge to make it melt, so that when he has sex with his wife, he can get a hard on, you know, until the man basically comes to the realization, like, hey, I should just love my woman, because she's the only person I can have sex with, because all these other women my dick doesn't get hard from, you know. And if your dick doesn't get hard from a certain woman that you're dealing with, you're basically not gonna want to be with that woman, you know. You start doubting yourself, and it's kind of embarrassing, you know. You're gonna be like, hey, what the fuck is going on, man? This is embarrassing, you know. Or I should just not deal with this woman, you know. So this guy who this happened to, he basically you know, only dealt with his woman until he found out that she basically did some witchcraft with him, man, you know. So these are things, man. People put spirits upon certain objects. But now, going to the part where you see this woman being possessed by an entity, showing you that it's in the scriptures. So this is Mark chapter 5. Let me see. Mark chapter 5 verse 1. And they came over unto the other side of the sea, into the country of the Gadarenes. And when he was come out of the ship, immediately there met him out of the tombs a man with an unclean spirit, who had his dwelling among the tombs, and no man could bind him, no, not with chains. So this was a man with the unclean spirit. The unclean spirit representing the demon. Let's see what it says. Salakia that I didn't read the Hebrew in the previous words that I read. You know, this is the Greek.
Strong's G 169. Akarthatos.
It says not clean, unclean, a ceremonial sense, that which must be abstained from according to the Levitical law. In a moral sense, unclean in thought and life. Here you have it. You know, you always got to dig a little bit deeper. Demons, bad angels. You see? Demons, according to the true readings, demons, bad angels. You see? So this man had a demon. You know, for the people that want to say, no, it says unclean spirit doesn't mean that he has a demon. He does have a demon. You see? So he's possessed by a demon who had his dwelling among the tombs. So he was dwelling among the graveyards. Now, if there is anything satanic, it's a graveyard, man. That's where people that do satanic rituals, they go there. You see? So that was his dwelling place. That's where he lived. and no man could bind him, no, not with chains. So basically the physical strength of this person became much stronger. Why? He's dealing with the entity. Well, the entity is dealing with him. You know, he's possessed. Now in Suriname and Haiti, you have people that they worship this certain entity, and this entity then grants them powers. Like nowadays you have people like Dynamo, what's this other dude, David Blaine, I believe, David Blaine. And what they did was they went to worship an entity in the groves, in the forests where they are. You know, they went to worship these entities, and then these entities gave them powers to a certain level for the sacrifices that they did. So this entity made this man stronger, even though it was not of his own will, but he became stronger so that he couldn't be held back with chains, man. Verse 4, because that he had been often bound with fetters and chains, and the chains had been plucked asunder by him, and the fetters broken in pieces, neither could any man tame him. You see, he was untamable. He was out of control. Just like that woman that you just saw. What did the people trying to do? The people tried to hold her.
By this time,
People tried to hold her, but they were not really able, man.
seemed to have the power to push the onlookers back. As the man in black attempts to restrain her, the other onlookers gather closer. The woman begins calming down, but then suddenly she lets out one final almighty yell.
You see? So what you just saw was basically what it says right here. Neither could any man tame him. You know, they couldn't bound him because this spirit is so strong. Basically, this woman, which had a similar spirit on her, she couldn't be tamed. She was only screaming and people flew back. Now think about a man that has been possessed for many years, dwelling among the tombs, man. This demon has taken full control, not only through screaming, but by touching people and slapping people, pulling off chains from his body. You know, he was way stronger. That's why always when you at the camp and you see a demon coming up, a person that's basically, you know, you see it's not himself. He's not himself. This demon has the power to keep going and going and going to disrupt the camp. So when you see that, basically this person has infinite energy. You know, just like when people are taking drugs, right? People are taking drugs. Basically this drug brings an unclean spirit within them, that they have infinite energy. They don't realize that their body is getting exhausted because this spirit is on them. You know, similar as being possessed, you know, or being ruled by a demon. A demon has infinite energy, man. A demon doesn't have to sleep. Angels and demons don't sleep. You see? So this demon basically gives his vessel infinite energy. That's why you always see they keep going and going and going. They're not getting tired of themselves. You know, you might look at this scoffer, this person, this demon, like, what the, you still going, man? You still going? You still bugging out, man? Yeah, because this person is not himself. This demon is trying to disrupt the camp. You know, and it's keeping going. You know, continuing on constantly, not getting tired because of this demon. So neither could any man tame him, and always night and day he was in the mountains and in the tombs, crying and cutting himself with stones. You see, that's what I said. That's why I said being this gothic type of person, this emo type of person that cuts himself, that's a demon too. You know, the demon pushes you to hurt yourself, to cut yourself, you know, to abuse yourself. But when he saw Yahushua afar off, he ran and worshipped him, and cried with a loud voice, and said, What have I to do with thee, Yahushua, thou Son of the Most High? I adjure thee by the Most High, that thou torment me not. For he said unto him, Come out of the man, thou unclean spirit. And he asked him, What is thy name? And he answered, saying, My name is Legion, for we are many. So he didn't have one spirit on him, he had many spirits on him. You know, a legion is an innumerable amount, man. You see? For we are many. And he besought him much that he could not send them away out of the country. Now there was there nigh unto the mountains a great herd of swine feeding. And all the devils besought him, saying, Send us into the swine, that we may enter into them. And forthwith Yahushua gave them leave, and the unclean spirits went out and entered into the swine. And the herd ran violently a steep place into the sea. They were about 2,000, and were choked in the sea. You see, so when these entities jumped upon the animals, those swine, basically they instantly bugged out, man, because this power is so strong. The only thing they could do was kill themselves, man. You see, so there you go. There you see what type of entity this was, cutting himself and harming himself, hurting himself. You know, because the first thing that these swine did was something reckless, which is running down the sea, man, down a steep place. You see, so but the point is, this man was tormenting himself, and his physical strength became different, just like what you saw in the video with the woman. Now this is another occasion. Luke chapter 9 verse 38. And behold, a man of the company cried out, saying, Master, I beseech thee, look upon my son, for he is mine only child, and lo, a spirit taketh him. Again, this spirit is talking about a demon, man. A spirit taketh him, and he suddenly cried out, and it teareth him, that he foamed again, and bruising him, heartily departed from him. You see, so this demon was bruising and tearing up his son, man, messing up his son, crying out, being really literally like a demon, man, crying out, just like you saw in the video. The woman was crying out violently. You know, the same happened with this boy, man. A spirit taketh him, and he suddenly cried out. Let me see what it says here. Teareth him. Wait, let's see the word cried out first. Cried out.
Strong's G 2896. Kradzo.
So it says, to croak of the cry of a raven, hence the cry out, cry aloud, vociferate, to cry or pray, for vengeance, to cry out aloud, speak with a loud voice, scream, see, screaming like a demon. The demon was screaming, crying out, cried out. It teareth him, to convulse, tear. Okay, it says here, prolongation from spiral, apparently strengthened through the idea of spasmodic contraction. You see, spasmodic contraction, just like the woman. She was bugging out, man. She was bugging out.
By this time, the commotion has attracted several other.
You see, the woman was bugging out. She had spasmodic contractions too. Convulse, like it says here, convulse with epilepsy, rent, tear. So here, now you know that epilepsy is also a demon, man. It's also a demonic possession. Okay, yeah, Esau wants to trace everything back to he has this type of disease, but basically what it really is this. People always get these sicknesses like epilepsy and Jules de la Tourette, sicknesses like that people cannot control their cussing and their words, you know, spasm, you know, epilepsy. They always say, yeah, it's a sickness, but people always get this after an injection, after a vaccination. Why? If you look up the word pharmacy, you're gonna see that it's witchcraft, man. The word pharmacy itself means witchcraft, sorcery, poison. You see, so it's witchcraft, man. So with the witchcraft, this demon is taking hold of this person, you know, by the things that they are getting, the medicines and the injections. The people are starting to bug out, man, because a spiritual portal is being opened. You see? So Salakia, distracted by these dumbass females. Anyway, it tired him that he foamed. To foam, yeah, we know what it is to foam out the mouth, man. Seen it many times, people foaming out the mouth, bugging out. Bruising, break, to break in pieces, shiver, to tread down, to put Satan underfoot, and as a conqueror trample on him, to break down, crush. In this case, Satan has the upper hand, man. To break down, crush, to tear one's body and shatter one's strength. You see, so basically shattering one's strength. This demon took over the person's body and his physical strength, that he couldn't do anything anymore, man. That's what the demon did. To tear one's body and shatter one's strength, man. Going on, foamed, bruising, and had hardly departed. You see, so, hey, heavy, man. This is what these demons do, and this is what these demons are able to. Verse 40, and I besought thy disciples to cast him out, and they could not. And Yahushua answering said, O faithless and perverse generation, how long shall I be with you and suffer you? Bring thy son hither. And as he was yet coming, the devil threw him down and tear him. You see, so when Yahushua was pulling up, the demon threw down the boy and tear him up, man. So now the boy is in even more pain, man. And Yahushua rebuked the unclean spirit and healed the child. You see, so the child had to be healed. Why do you think the child had to be healed, man? This child was basically abused by this demon, man. By this demonic possession. And delivered him again to his father. And they were all amazed at the mighty power of the Most High. But while they wondered everyone at all things which Yahushua did, he said unto his disciples, let these sayings sink down into your ears, for the Son of Man shall be delivered into the hands of man. You see, it goes into something else. You know, so yeah, man, with that, I want to give all praise, glory, and the highest honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakakudash. You know, quick inside look on the reality of demons possessing people. And like I said, you have different ways of demons, man. Like when we say we struggling with demons in this truth, it means that we're struggling with the adversary. We're struggling with demons that trying to force our thoughts in in different ways, man. Demons whispering in your ear saying do this and do this, do this and do that. You don't literally hear the voice, but it pops in your head. Why does it pop in your head? Because of this demon. This demon is messing with you, you know. Then certain brothers, they see entities in the house. I was in Paris with the brother. Brother woke up in the night. He saw an entity leaving the closet, man. He was in the closet, and it left the closet, you know. Then I had an occasion where I saw an entity looking from the ceiling, you know, and laughing. Then I had another occasion where I was watching a movie on the laptop, and this entity was watching too. When I looked to the left, I saw this entity looking at the laptop, you know. So hey, you have all kinds of things, man, going on. we're living in a very spiritual time too. So a lot of demons and a lot of spirits are coming out, man. As the chariots, as the more there are more chariots popping up, there are also more demons popping up, more possessions, more people getting bugged out, you know, because that's the time. And the Most High is gonna plague America with the apparitions, man. Like as in Egypt, man. Demonic entities appearing, man. Demonic entities showing themselves, which could let people, their hearts stop, man, from fear. You see? So yeah, man, with that, Qala Allahim Ya Bashim Ya Shai, Shalom to the elect.